Hello my XIM community, it's Diadem37 here bringing you another XIM configuration, and today we are going to dive into Halo Infinite. So without any delay, let's get right into the configuration and the details about it. To start things off, like always guys, this was benchmarked at 25,000 DPI, 1000 Hz polling rate, and the calculations, like always, will be below in the description. Um, For the in-game settings here, this was a hell of a challenge, and we'll get into that as we go down the list here. So look acceleration is going to be maxed out with our look sensitivity maxed out. The reason why we are maxing out the look acceleration and going completely opposite, as you'll see as I continue to scroll to what XIM suggests on the app itself, there is a large turning ramp up speed, and you kind of need that max speed when you're getting shot in the back to perform good 180s. So this was the idea behind this build, was to have a high speed for turning and aiming with a strong aim assist. This is not going to be a PC-like configuration, as I usually say. It's as close as I could get it to one. I digress. The zoom level 1.4 and 2.5 is going to be set at a sensitivity of 1.2, and as the comment says, everything else after that is going to be set to 1 except for the 10 times. As we move down to the look thumbstick here, we're going to have that maximum input threshold. Again, that is for snappy, fast, responsive aiming and turnaround speeds, but it needs to be dulled to allow you to still have fine aim, especially with snipers. Um, the game has an adaptive aim assist system, I noticed, so the Skewer and the S7 Sniper tend to have a very weak aim assist when fired from the hip, and a very weak aim assist when scoped in. So there still had to be some finesse in aiming to use sniper rifles. So that's the reason for the dead zones here. After that, moving on to our XIM manager, this is where things get a little bit different from what I normally do. So remember, fast ramp up speeds. This absolutely needs to be on a synchronize off. Maybe you can get away with default if you're on an extreme, like a much lower DPI, but I don't recommend it. Synchronize off here is going to give you a smoother, more direct input from the mouse. There is a ballistic editor as well, guys. We'll get to that in a second. The boost at 100, I don't really need to explain too much there. That was more for recoil control than anything else. And again, I'm going to get to that in a second. Smoothing at 15, just because the DPI value is so high, and 3.50 is the Sens. If we scroll down, simulate analog behavior is going to be off here. And then we're going to jump into the ADS briefly, and then we're going to jump back into that ballistic editor that I talked about. So slightly slower aim here, so sense of 3.0. Same thing, synchronize off 15 smoothing, slightly less boost here. You don't, again, for sniping, there had to be some balance. So I needed to reduce the acceleration for fine aiming micro movements and then have it when you needed it. So the boost here is only going to be at 50. To get a nice strong aim assist, once again, to help for that fine aim. This was primarily with snipers and high zoom scope weapons. Simulate analog behavior is going to be maxed out at 200%. We want as strong as an aim assist as possible, so we really want the computer or the Xbox to read that mouse input as a console input to give you the best aim assist. Now, that ballistic editor is a really aggressive one. Remember, I'm saying we need to have the fastest acceleration possible, but it has to be balanced with a nice, smooth, fine aim. So what we're going to do here, and I will have the copy and paste link in Discord, so make sure to join the channel if you haven't, if you want just to be able to copy and paste the configurations. So what we are going to do with the horizontal line is we're going to bump that to 20%, and then that vertical line, you're going to max that up to 100%. So what that is doing is it's telling the XIM that if I'm making 20% input with my mouse, it needs to be 100% input of the controller in the game. This took me a couple nights to clue in and figure out. Um, After this, we're just gonna have the button bindings, and again, like all my videos, this doesn't really change. This is how I like my XIM mapped, just so I have on my keyboard and mouse, I have a reference to what those buttons are in correlation to the Xbox controller. And guys, I think that is it. So thank you so much for tuning in, guys. If this video was helpful, if the configuration is solid, make sure to leave a comment and hit that like. And if you want to get more configurations like this and have a chance to vote on the polls that I'm going to be putting up, make sure to subscribe, hit that bell notification. Guys, I will catch you in the next video. Enjoy the gameplay.